Everyone knows that personalization is incredibly important when it comes to email marketing, but one of the difficulties is doing personalization at scale. It's really, really hard. In today's video though, I'm gonna talk about a software called Revamp that essentially does that for you at scale using AI. My name's Gavin, I run an email and SMS marketing agency, and I make these videos to share my tips, strategies, and cool things that I learn when it comes to email marketing. Now, to be fully transparent, Revamp has sponsored me for this video, but nonetheless, I'm gonna give my most unbiased opinion possible on the software, how it works, and how you can use it yourself. Now, without wasting any more of your time, let's get into the video. What you're looking at here is a welcome series. And this welcome series, up until a software like Revamp, is built in a way that allows us to do personalization, but in a pretty tedious and labor-intensive way. So if we look at this flow here, we have the welcome series, email 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can start creating splits in this flow to send different emails based off of somebody's responses or zero-party data that we've collected. Botanicals, landscape, vintage, and we're sending people different emails based off of their interest category. Now, this is great. We should be doing this, right? Because it personalizes the welcome series based off of what the individual has told us. And we should be doing this across pretty much every flow. But this is super labor intensive. Instead of creating, one email to talk about a product, I've had to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different emails. Okay? We had to create 5 separate emails that speak specifically to the interest category. The cool thing about Revamp that I'm going to show you in a second is that it leverages AI to do this exact thing. Let me show you. So I'm going to jump into their account really quickly, and also you can take a look at their website just here as well. I'm going to run through some of their case studies in a second, but if we go into their Klaviyo account that they have kindly set me up with, we can start to see a little bit of a different picture formulate. Now, I'm not going to go into the nuts and bolts of setting this software up, because one of the great things about Revamp is they actually set all this up for you. But what you can see here is essentially an abandoned checkout. Now, the abandoned checkout is triggered off of a Revamp event, because this is a Revamp abandoned checkout. And you can see we have the message here. Now, this is a dummy message, but I'm going to show you how Revamp is leveraging AI based off of a bunch of information that's being fed into this flow to create a personalized message for each individual in the email. So take a look at this. This is the email here. Obviously, we have our dynamic product block, but then take a look at this. This is a dynamic piece of code that's basically inserted into the email that scripts a piece of body copy that speaks to the individual, not in a broad generic way. Let me show you here. We've gone ahead and previewed this message. Now, this is obviously a dummy account. It's pulling information from a specific integration for a client that sells scrubs, but nonetheless, take a look at the copy. You've recently left the product in your car. Perfect for the city weather with its breathable Moisture X. It starts speaking to the product benefits. It starts even bringing in reviews. And so what you've got here all of a sudden is a piece of body copy that is scripted specifically to the individual products that somebody's looked at or added to their cart or started checkout with. And it's leveraging reviews of that product into the email, and it even speaks specifically to the city that they've gone ahead and been identified with. And this is personalization at scale. Now, alternatively, if I didn't want to use an AI to do this at scale, what I would have to do is I'd have to go back into the flow like this, and I'd have to create trigger splits along the way to split people based off of the product that triggered the flow. Incredibly tedious. If you have like 100 SKUs, that means you have 100 different trigger splits throughout the flow. What this software does is allows you to do that at scale with just one email. And obviously, you'd want to build additional emails after this first email here. But let me kind of show you how that works from within their software here. So this is the dashboard that they would typically set you guys up with. And essentially, once again, they set all this stuff up for you. But what you do is when you get your software set up, you program your brand voice. Right? This is the brand voice generator, and it essentially is the prompts that you give it to then script your emails within your flows. This gives you all of the instructions really that you want your module to script with. So, do's highlight inspirational stories of athletes. Obviously, this is specific to a specific brand. Emphasize the innovative aspects of the products. You can say like, hey, don't have this message here, or don't say these types of words here to ensure you're on brand. And that's going to demonstrate, or rather inform the module overall when it comes to this email body copy here. Now, one of the cool things too is you can actually take zero-party data, which is data that an individual tells you, right? So data somebody gives you, let's say like on your sign-up form, you say, are you buying this product to increase your health, increase your speed, increase your strength? And then you can take that zero-party data and fuse it into the copy as well. So let me kind of show you really quickly here. This is your flow builder. So this would be created by the team at Revamp, but essentially it would replicate your flow that you have in your structure. And you can actually decide what pieces of data you want to pull in. Now, you can pull in the weather, right? Like what's the weather going to be in that area specific to the individual? Location, previous order. You can also have zero-party data. Take zero-party data, that's going to pull in the zero-party data that you've leveraged from your sign-up forms into your emails to make even more personalized stuff. So if somebody tells you they're buying your product to improve their health rather than improve their strength, as a supplement brand example, you can take those points, build it into the email itself, and make sure it's extra personalized. Now, one of the things these guys always recommend you do is split test their email to your email. Now, they have a 30-day free trial, which is great because you can then split test the effectiveness of these flows and actually figure out if it's worthwhile investing. I'm a huge fan of softwares that have a 30-day free trial, right? Massive fan, zero risk. But they would split test their block with the copy in it against yours. And that's going to then demonstrate the effectiveness of the software. Highly recommend you check these guys out. We are going to be rolling them on for one of our clients shortly. Take a look at their case studies here. I'll provide a link to their case studies in here too. But really, it's all about personalization and increasing the overall effectiveness of these of the email flows, and doing so at scale. You know, as an email marketing agency owner, you know, we've tried doing this. But we've had to go super broad with our personalization because it's so hard to then create a sequence that speaks individually to every single product using reviews and whatnot. It's a total pain. Softwares like these automate that, and honestly, this is kind of the way that email marketing in general is going to be just going. It's just inevitable that it goes this way. Nonetheless, check it out. Once again, just to be fully transparent, these guys have sponsored the company and the newsletter and the promotion of this, but I highly recommend checking out the software, running it, getting in touch. I'm going to give you links to pretty much everywhere that you can get in touch with these guys, the links for booking a call, all that good stuff. And if you like this video, fantastic, appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know. I do email and SMS marketing for brands, helping them get past $1 million in revenue. And if you want to check out some free resources, such as free design files, check out the description of this video. There's a bunch of cool stuff in there as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.